This is my old Ohio electric motor. There's a little cooling fan in the back. Pulled this off of an old oil burner for a furnace. It dates to 30s or 40s. I'm not really sure how old the motor is itself, but I think it was the original oil burner to my grandmother's furnace. Actually, it's a hot water boiler. It's a 1/10 horsepower type SP51416. Continuous 40 degrees Celsius, 110 volts, 2.5 amps, 60 cycles, 1750 RPM. Patented December 21st, 1920. Made by the Ohio Electric Manufacturing Company, Cleveland, Ohio. It's a really heavy motor for 1/10 horsepower. My only other 1/10 horsepower is my little Century Invincible motor, which runs a little grinder. It's in really nice shape. It was on an oil burner. It wasn't moved around much. I found it on a shelf down in the basement, still mounted to the original burner. I just removed the motor from the burner unit since the burner unit's no longer in service. And I wired it up to this cable. Took the buffer off my old Galvin electric motor, which is over there. And here we go. Plug it in. This motor is insanely quiet, and it runs really, really smooth. I think it's a good one. I like it. I've never really seen anything like this before, but somehow this motor uses a carbon brush and 2 slip rings to activate the starter windings. It just uses the carbon brush itself as the centrifugal starting weight. I've never seen anything like this. And by the way, this is the guts to my newly acquired Ohio electric motor. It actually runs real good, just kind of sparks and arcs pretty good when it's starting up, so the brush is, and the slip ring is kind of dirty. Gotta clean. Here's our commutator, which is for the starting assembly. You can see that one of the slip rings has some burning on the surface. I gotta clean it up with some real fine sandpaper once I find where I put it. I've got some like 2000 grit, which should do the trick. Let's see. Here's our rotor. I just cleaned all the gunk off of this. And here is the brush. It's like a dual brush. It has 2 brush surfaces on it. Kind of worn unevenly, but it's all I have right now. I don't have a replacement. I don't even know where to get one, but that's alright. It works nonetheless. What's weird is the brush also acts as the weight for the centrifugal starting switch. I've never really seen anything like that. It's kind of cool, actually. This is a very heavy rotor. A cool little motor. Very well built for 1/10 of a horsepower.